Very brief. First of all, I want to welcome Mayor Jeff Urban of Clifton Forge for visiting with us tonight, and his granddaughter Tammy. Thank y'all for coming down and being with us. The second thing I'd like to do is we have a thank you card, and this is to Wendy and the Town of Iron Gate Council. Once again, thank you so much for your help in these trying times. God bless you, Mark Newcomb. And I think that this came about as a decision to help with an extension on some utility payments or what have you. So, okay. Then, okay. We have started the very preliminary budget work for this year. It's going to be tough. We say that every year, but I think this year is going to be one of the toughest. The reason we haven't really gotten into the nitty-gritty of doing that and meeting regularly is we still don't have the water and sewer rates from Allegheny County. Hopefully we'll have those within the week. I know the water rates are ready. I'm not sure if Draper Aiden has the wastewater rates ready to present. So as soon as we do, we'll start in earnest working on the budget. April has been proclaimed to be cleanup month in the Highlands. That was voted on at our last meeting, I think. And as usual, our trailer will be parked at different locations throughout town every weekend that month, so that you'll be able to put your trash and waste in that. As always, no appliances and absolutely no tires, but there will be no charge for that, and it'll be like it stays at different places each weekend for that month. We know that winter's been hard on the alleys and streets that we maintain, and as soon as we get caught up with everything going on and get our full crew back up and running, we'll start working on that. We've got plenty of millings down there to fix the alleys and fill the potholes and things in that, and move on to that. Grass cutting season's right around the corner. They've gotten all the equipment out and ready and got it cleaned up, tuned up, and serviced and ready to go. So once again, our public works crew is looking ahead, and they're ready to move into the next season. The River Park will open the 1st of April. Be open from dawn to dusk from that day on until either the end of September or October, depending on the weather. We hope for another good season over there. Hope we have good relations with the neighbors and everybody has a good time and safe time on the river and enjoy that. It's actually a pretty nice facility for a town this size to have. And Wendy, I'd like to thank you and the Public Works Department of the town of Clifton Forge, along with our Public Works crew, for changing the flags on 220. Jeff, they've been doing that for Iron Gate for years and years, and they're really receptive to come down, bring the bucket truck, and spend a couple hours and get the flags changed. And we have our summertime flags out now, and we're good to go. So thank you for that. Are there any reports from any of the other standing committees? Do you have any public comments, Wendy?
No, sir.
Okay. Moving into old business, we have a discussion on interested candidates for the 3 open council seats. We have 3 open council seats. We have 4 applicants that have submitted their letters. The letters were read to town council at the work session on Monday night. All 4 of those applicants are present tonight, and what's going to happen with that is we're going to adjourn into a closed session very briefly in a few minutes for the remaining council members to have an opportunity to speak with each other, to talk about those applicants, And then when we come back in from the close, not about, but discuss how they feel, what would be the best choice for town. And when we come back in, they will make the appointments as appropriate to fill those seats. The second order of old business is discussion on the potential sale of the dump truck. Now this is really old business. The dump truck was declared by council to be surplus equipment, what, a year ago?
At least a year ago.
At that time, the truck was advertised for sale. There was a reserve put on the truck of $6,500, which is exactly what the town paid for it. We've had no offers of $6,500. In fact, the best offer that we've had, Wendy informed me the other night, was $2,501 on the truck. There is a party that's interested in the truck now, and I'm not going to hide the fact it is the young man that's been helping me clean up the property that I bought across the street from me. And we've been using the dump truck. We've been loading the dump truck, and Jerry's been taking it to the dump and taking the trash away for me. And he's interested in the truck, and he's asked for council to come up with a price that they would be willing to take for the truck. We talked about it at the work session, and I'm opening it up for discussion at this point between the council members.
Well, I had a thought, not being an expert on dump trucks and not having the particulars of that one, but just dealing with the figures with the offer and what we paid for it. I thought perhaps we could offer it to him for $3,500, and if that were a hardship for him, offer it in 2 payments.
Okay.
Because it's not doing anything but deteriorating sitting here.
Any other comments or questions? Or
My thought was about the same thing. I accept the price. I was going to go with $3,000. So.
What do you think, Richard?
I'd go a little bit higher. I'm familiar with the truck, and it's well worth $5. Considering all the additions that have been added to that truck and the condition it's in, even though the age of it, it's still worth $5.
What do you feel
in my
about
opinion.
installment payments? Breaking it down into 2 or 4?
If that, if a young man would,
If he signs a contract,
Well, yeah.
and then if he reneges on
We're
it,
not giving him
then,
the title until it's
Right.
paid off.
and if it reneges on it or misses a payment, then the truck comes back to us.
any other questions, comments? We'll move in and take a vote on that under new business. So there's also discussion that needs to be had. We have 2 openings on the Board of Zoning Appeals due to recent letters. Are those letters in this stack, Wendy?
I'm not sure if they were in that stack or not.
They are. I'll read those 2 letters. Mayor Chuck Unroe, all council members, as of March 21st, 2022, I'm resigning my position as chair of the BZA and all other duties on the BZA. Patricia A. Erskine, 509 Market Avenue, Iron Gate, Virginia. She was the chairman of that BZA for over 20 years, I think, Richard, isn't that correct?
I was told, yeah, something like that.
And then the second letter of resignation to the town of Iron Gate, effective March 10th, 2022. I'm resigning from the zoning committee. I have no interest anymore in it, and that's Rebecca Bess. So Wendy's going to need to run ads for those 2 seats, and hopefully we'll get some applicants for that and be able to fill those seats pretty quickly. And, you know, Wendy will need to get that ad in the papers as soon as possible. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And then, you know, we'll present those applicants to council in future discussion.